A very good afternoon to you. This is Lunchtime News. I'm Shahin Rampati. We start off with a look at your headlines. 4 hospitalized as ferry capsizes in Bala, Chennai. Action against those charged of corruption at snail pace. A statement from the JVP. New Zealand beat England by 8 wickets to hand England their heaviest one-day defeat. Now for those stories in detail. 4 people were injured after a ferry capsized in Bala, Chennai this morning. The group which fell victim to the incident were travelling from Navizan Islands in Bala, Chennai to Pesale. Assistant Director of the Batticaloa Fisheries Department, A.A. Farid, said that 10 people were on board the ferry, which could only accommodate 4 passengers. The 4 injured passengers are receiving treatment at the Bala, Chennai hospital. On to more local news. The police was called to the Navala Open University to remove a group of students who were loitering in the premises after class hours.
Security officials at the university say that the students were in the premises until around 8 p.m. last night. The security officers had then informed the police to remove the students from the premises after consulting the Vice-Chancellor of the university. The students were studying here. There were students studying inside as well for an exam tomorrow. Suddenly, at around 8 p.m, the police came and threatened us. Newsfirst spoke to the Vice-Chancellor of the Naval Open University, Vijitha Nanayakkara, regarding the allegations levelled by the students. This is not a university with a hostel. They were inside the premises even after 8 p.m. We have prohibited students from being inside the premises of the university after 7:30 p.m. because there have been several reports of ragging. Moreover, who is to administer this university according to the whims of the students? And who will provide security for the state property in the nights?
The JVP says that the government is not showing much interest to bring the individuals who are charged of corruption to book. General Secretary of the JVP, Tilvin Silva, made this statement at a public rally in the Kaduwela area yesterday.
The question raised by the public in the past month and in the first 10 days of this month is that why aren't the thieves being caught? It is very evident that this is a delayed process. You can see it, so can I. It is too late. Is it because there are no thieves? No, they're all thieves. There's information about some as well. The government is not showing interest to punish them. They took hold of the government and they do not think of this as a major issue. The approach is lethargic and slow. Even though Mahinda lost, the mechanism which was in effect during his reign is still present.
UNP Provincial Councillor Harshana Rajakaruna says the public will maintain vigilance until the ministers and the MPs who have done wrong are punished.
The event was organised to distribute sporting items to the St. Anthony Sports Club in Nittambuwa by the grants of UNP Provincial Councillor Harshana Rajakaruna.
දිනසීයේ වැඩසටහන ක්‍රියාත්මක කරලා ජනතාවට ඉතා කෙටි කාලයක් තුලදී
The 100-day program has been enacted and the maximum relief that can be given to the public in a short time has been given. Now the public is waiting till the ministers and the MPs of the previous government are brought before the law. I hope that the wrongdoers will be punished soon. There should be a stable government for investment to flow into the country. The public also has a responsibility to select, choose and appoint the suitable public representatives to Parliament.
Temperatures in Newer area dropped to 4 degrees Celsius this morning. Our correspondents in the area said that frost deposits were to be seen as a result of the drop in temperatures.
The Department of Meteorology says that the drop in temperature and lesser clouds in the atmosphere in the area has resulted in the formation of frost. Temperature in Norelia was at 4 degrees Celsius as of 5:30 this morning. Our correspondent said that though it is pleasant to see most areas covered in frost, several crops in the area have been damaged due to this.
One person was killed when a cab travelling at high speed collided with a bus while fleeing after running over 2 motorbikes. The cab which ran over the 2 motorbikes in Nawalapitia last night eventually collided with a bus in Gampola while fleeing the incident. The passenger in the cab was killed in the accident while the driver is receiving treatment at the Nawalapitia hospital. Preliminary investigations reveals that the same cab driver was charged with driving under the influence after meeting with an accident over a month ago. While investigations are underway, the driver of the bus was arrested and produced before court. UNP parliamentarian Buddhika Pathirana says that Sri Lanka has been unsuccessful in building a generation rich of knowledge and intelligence. The MP made this statement while attending an event held in Matara yesterday.
This event was organised to distribute water filters for rural health centres which come under the purview of the Walipitiya MOH division in Matara under the programme titled Samadhi Sisilasa. We have been unable to build a society based only on intelligence. There is a big difference between the knowledgeable and the intelligent. We have built a society filled with the knowledgeable, but we have been unable to implement a mechanism to build a society of intelligent persons. Until we find a solution to this challenge, we as a country will be unsuccessful. Meanwhile, a program to provide electricity to the people who do not have electricity in the Malimbad area in Matara under the funds of UNP Southern Provincial Councillor Kapila Gamage was held under the auspices of MP Buddhika Pathirana yesterday.
Moving overseas, two major storms have slammed into Australia, bringing winds that have knocked out power to homes and forced evacuations in coastal areas. Tropical cyclone Marcia hit the Queensland coast between St. Lawrence and Yeppoon. On to sports news, a bowling onslaught by Team Saudi and a bludgeoning and an unmerciful knock from New Zealand skipper Brendan McCullum secured the World Cup host a rather comprehensive 8-wicket win over England in the 9th match of the ICC Cricket World Cup. England, who won the toss, opted to take first release of the wicket. However, the English could not get the start they were looking for as they lost their top 3 batsmen, Ian Bell, Moeen Ali and Gary Ballance, for just 57 runs. A 47-run partnership between English captain Eoin Morgan and Joe Root for the 4th wicket seemed to give some hope for the English innings before Morgan was caught by Adam Milner off the bowling of Daniel Vettori for 17. Joe Root fought hard to keep the innings alive, but he too was dismissed for 46. The rest of the batting lineup crumbled to be bundled out for 123 runs in 33.2 overs thanks to some impressive pace bowling by Team Saudi, who ended the figures of 7 for 33, his career best. England's nightmares weren't over as Kiwi skipper Brendan McCullum, who opened the batting alongside Martin Guptill, almost single-handedly won the match for New Zealand, hammering 77 off 25 balls, which included 8 boundaries and 7 sixers. McCullum's 50, which was made up of just 18 balls, was the fastest ODI half-century ever to be scored in World Cup history and 3rd fastest overall. Martin Guptill was the other wicket to fall as he was bowled by Chris Wokes. New Zealand won the match by 8 wickets with nearly 38 overs to spare. Well, taking a look back at one of our local stories, demonstrations were held in various parts of the island over the past 24 hours, citing numerous issues.
A demonstration was held yesterday to protest an alleged large-scale sand mining racket that is taking place in Galmurua, Madampe. Traffic flow along the Madampe-Kuliapite road came to a standstill for almost 2.5 hours as a result of the protest. The demonstrators then visited the Madampe Divisional Secretariat and met with the Assistant Divisional Secretary. She pointed out that the sand mining had not been authorized by the Secretariat. The demonstrators dispersed following discussions with the police and local public representatives. A group of people residing in homes at Blumendal in close proximity to the oil pipeline which runs from the harbour to Kolonnawa are demanding alternate housing. They say that renovation work on the pipeline has forced them to sacrifice parts of their houses. They also claim to have received instructions not to light their stoves. A group of residents in Rawatawata commenced a hunger strike yesterday, claiming to have been scammed by a housing company. They claimed that the company in question had taken money from them to build houses but had not completed the project. They vowed to continue with their hunger strike until they are provided with homes. A public awareness campaign was held in the Colombo Fort area yesterday, calling for the 2,500 rupee wage hike recommendation for the private sector that was made through the interim budget to be enforced by law. The campaign was organized by the Intercompany Employees Union.
That brings an end to lunchtime news for today. For the Newsfirst team, I'm Shainji Rampati. Join us again for our next news update coming your way at 1:55.
Hotline 0114 896 896. www.newsfirst.lk. Feedback at newsfirst.lk.